everyone, Crafting Vicky here with you. It's really early Sunday morning, and I know that you guys really wanted to see some Christmas cards. I promise I will do some soon, but for now I really needed to make 2 birthday cards because tomorrow is one of my colleagues' birthday. She's turning 50, and then my boss's birthday is on Wednesday, and I need to go and continue painting, and you can see I've got paint all over my fingers. I'm painting the walls at the studio with, well, the entire house basically with a special primer that covers up all the odor and seals it in, but it's really hard to remove that thing from your fingers afterwards. So I've got all kinds of different papers. I wasn't quite sure which one. I really would like on the card for my colleague to use one of those borders because she's very girly and I thought it would be fun. And then for my boss, I figured maybe a flower would be fun. So I pulled out some of my flowers and yeah, so now it's a question of deciding which one would be the best paper for this. I like this one because it's Enchanted by Simple Stories. I've had these packs for like very long time, and I just thought it might be soft enough to be able to put one of those big accent, because obviously it is a very big accent. I like the idea as well of the little butterflies that I saw. Where are they? These here. And the birthday sentiment is going to say kick up your heels and have a happy birthday. She's always wearing high heels, so that would be very fitting. I don't know about that one, maybe. So it might be, it's going to be a different type of video for sure, because I really do need to make this card happen. This would be pretty too. Maybe more neutral. What do I have as a background? I could put this as a background. This, or I have this. I don't think the bluish one will do. I think that's the same as that one. I could line that with that. This would fit. But I would have liked to have some other paper with it. There's something else in that paper pack that I could use to make, because the others it's more like, I don't know, feels too busy. There's not really one that would be a good fit with this paper. What about from my other stacks? No, not really. I had thought of doing something like this, but it was too bright. It didn't fit with the borders. I felt. Shoot, this is making it difficult. That's often the part that can be the worst, is to try to find the right papers. Sometimes can really be tricky. And I do have a lot. It's not that I don't, but it's still finding the right one for the occasion. All kinds of other paper packs close by, trying to see if there's one that would have something in colors that would be fitting. Has to be kind of subtle. I'm not finding anything. Oh man, this is really, that's the part, you know, like sometimes you see me pop out cards like this, but when they're for a specific person for a specific occasion, I find that sometimes it's a lot more difficult to figure out what you want. I go with that one, or I put a border of that, but would that be too much with the fact that I want to put the bling? It's kind of hard because the bling has the background to it, so unless I use that as the background. Like just the yellow. And there's going to be the sentiment too, unless I just go with that. Maybe that would be the best solution. Maybe I'm trying too hard to layer too much. Okay, so let's try that and see how that goes. So these images were colored with my Copics yesterday. That's what I did. I wonder if I did like leave a white space instead, like for my layering, since there's white in here. Maybe that would be elegant, and that would give me the feeling that I've got layers. Because otherwise I feel like I'm missing something. If I did that, move this down. And then cut this down. Like so, and then I'm just going to do this full border. It's going to go all the way to here. That border so much, and I've been hoarding it because, yeah, it's just so pretty. I can cut the image just a tad. Don't want to cut her finger off. And then there's the sentiment. Now that might be sufficient. I mean, it's already, like, this thing is already big, so can't put too much. So I guess that will have to be it. This is the focal point, so and then I think I do want to have some sort of layering with the image and probably the sentiment. Let's do this. And I could do that at the same time. much. Put it that way. And then cut that. Right over here. Yeah, I like that. Now I need some Supron tape, and I need a thicker one. So one that will really having difficulty removing my tape. I need one that's thicker. Oh boy, that one won't glue much because it's full of cat hair. I haven't used it, I guess, since I've been in this studio. I usually use the thin one, so that's why. I really need this border to stick down, and it's a very thick one, so it's needs something stronger. Make sure that it doesn't fall off. Okay, so here, and then kind of need to glue these down too. I'm not sure if it's gonna stick with that though. Okay, that's the end of that. Supron tape. Oh, here's my thin one. I have something here. Just because it's stitched on, and I did remove the stitch when I cut it off, so that's what happens. But now it's stuck, so that's gonna be good. Okay, and then to glue this down. These images come from Boogaboo Digital Images. I've had them for a very long time. I don't know if they're still available. Don't even know if they still make images. I would think so, but I haven't bought any in quite a long time because I have so many already. And I've been working on making my own, so well, yeah, so that's my first card. Woohoo! That took a while. Then for the next one, this one should be easier. This one, because it's for my boss, and I've got a good relationship with my boss, so the card is going to say happy birthday. Sorry to point this out, but you'll always be older than me. So I had to do that. And I'm thinking I'm going to put some stickles on the bubbles just to make them pop. But I'll do that at the very end, because I should have done that yesterday night actually, but I didn't think about it. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that after. So now for her card, I've got all these, I've got bright flowers, so it could be something bright. Or it could be something like this, because it has, you know, the same type of colors as that. And then I could put like a blue flower. Well, that would be pretty, right? And there's some blue flower. And the sentiment is pretty big, so I'm not sure that I'm going to put all that much. Maybe though I could layer the image with that. Yeah, I think so. Okay, this one, the paper choices are coming easier, which is good. Now, do I want to layer the card with some other paper, like some other background? Like I could do the full card with this, and then that, and that. Or I could leave a strip, but if I leave a space, I have to be careful because I don't want to lose space of the card because it's already like pretty big, the image and things. So maybe I could leave a space, but very tiny. So let's do that. This one is going to be a lot of layers, which I love, so that's a good thing. My dad's already at the studio. He's probably wondering what's going on with me and how come I haven't showed up yet. I knew that if I didn't make this video this morning, the cards would not get done. And for sure, by tonight, because after working, like I worked Friday night on painting late, and then all day yesterday, and I knew that by tonight I'm going to be done. And so, and I also know that once I've made this video, then I need to edit it and I need to do all of that. So if I wanted to have anything for you guys, I had to do it this morning. He actually left my house yesterday after supper while I was making a video for Patreon while coloring the images, and it took me a good, I don't know, at least 45 minutes, I think. Obviously, I'm going to be speeding up the video for them so that it's not totally boring watching me color, but yeah. Because there's an extra kind of week this week of August, so I wanted to give them a little extra video. So that's what I've done. I just need to make sure that I edit it and post it before the month of August is finished. So yeah, if you want to see more content from me, Patreon is a good place. I have quite a lot of content, and I do share a lot more about the studio and behind the scenes and pictures of what's going on and stuff there than I do on YouTube, for all sorts of reasons, but also because they're the one that are supporting this endeavor, and makes a lot of a difference. Of course, any of you that do subscribe to my channel also, and leave comments and stuff, also really do make a big difference. So I really appreciate you so much. I don't always say it, so thank you so much for being there week after week. It really means a lot. I think I'm going to layer that as well, just so that it pops, and then I wonder which of the flowers would be the best. Do I put one? Do I put two? Is two too much? Of course, it's kind of difficult to see because of this big piece, so let's remove that and see how that goes. I feel like otherwise, if I just put one, that it might be missing something here. Kind of like the dusty. I could go with pink as well. I think I like the blue though. I think I'm gonna put the 2. I'm gonna go for it. Go all out. Okay, so I better stick this one down. I thought it was stuck down, but I guess it wasn't. So this card came through much easier than the previous one. Sometimes too, once I start, I get into the mood and the zone, and it makes a difference, makes it easier. I have a feeling that I didn't put my paper in the right way, but anyway, that it should have been the opposite. Oh well. Too late. It's stuck down. I'm not changing it. And then put some Suquan tape to hold those flowers. Probably going to get other people to sign the card, and I know that the sentiment might not apply to them, but it doesn't matter. It applies to me and the card maker, so I'm deciding to have fun and go all out with it. So I hope she gets a relaxing day. She works so hard. She's really a workaholic. She definitely deserves to have some chill time. So those are my 2 cards. I hope you've enjoyed seeing me make these. I know they're not Christmas, but soon I will be making more Christmas. But for now, I just needed to do this. And yeah, but don't forget, there's also Halloween that's coming. So kind of need to make some Halloween as well. So love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye.